Hello guys and girls, Caladron from the Primal Island hardcore PvE server here. Do something a little different today. Been trying to figure out how the new 0.8 settings are working for vehicles, or more accurately, they don't appear to be working as advertised. So I had done some testing last night that helped me zero in a little bit on what I think they're doing, but not completely. So I thought I'd do the test again with slightly different values to try and determine what they're actually doing. So figured why not film this and see it, maybe it'll be useful for somebody else. But last night I used settings of 3 for the Volkswagen Max, 2 for the Volkswagen Max functional, and 1 for the Volkswagen Min purchased. This kind of led me to the following conclusions, that rather than what we had been led to believe, that the Volkswagen Max would naturally spawn, in this case, 3 cars minus the minimum purchased, so 2 cars, that it would in fact spawn all 3 of the Volkswagen Max cars. It also, out of what it spawns, it does appear to spawn functional cars equal to the Volkswagen Max functionals minus the Volkswagen Min purchase. So in this case, it naturally spawned 3 vehicles across the map, one of which was functional, 2 of which were not. So I then went and purchased a vehicle, which it allowed me to do. And that gave me basically 4 vehicles in the world, right? So it looks like basically we went over the Volkswagen Max, right? It was supposed to be 3. We ended up with 4. What this appears to mean is that either the game will either always allow you to purchase the Volkswagen Min purchased number. In this case, it was 1, so it allowed us to purchase that and gave us 4, which is over the max. Or there's an issue in their settings or whatever that allows it to go 1 vehicle over what Volkswagen Max is, or perhaps minimum purchased. Well, I guess that would be the same thing, right? Purchased over. So I'm going to run this again with slightly different values here, and that should let me determine which is going on. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to set the Volkswagen Max to 5 now instead of the 3. And we're going to make the max functional be a total of 3. And the min purchased will make 2. So what I'm hoping is this will let me determine whether the min purchased value, whether it's letting us just go 1 over the max, or whether it's letting us go the full min purchased value over the max. So with what we'd been led to believe, that these settings, we should get a total of 3 vehicles naturally spawned, one of which would be functional, because we'd have max functional, min purchased 2. That would leave 1 free functional vehicle. So we would only spawn 3 vehicles, one of which would be functional. This is not what is happening based on my testing last night. So what I suspect we'll get here is we'll get 5 naturally spawned vehicles, of which 1 will be functional, which is sort of okay, right? It means that you have to adjust this number a little bit. But then when we go to purchase them, because there's already going to be 5 out there, technically, it shouldn't let me purchase any. What I suspect it will do is it'll either let me purchase 1, if it's just letting you go 1 over the max, or it'll let me actually purchase both for them in purchased, and that'll make this, there'll be 7 vehicles out there instead of the max of 5. So we're going to save this out, restart this server, and then we'll go test.
No loitering.
Okay, so here we are.
Either buy or get lost.
So a bunch of money spawned up. We're in our puppet suit, so bad things can't happen. So the first thing we're gonna do is gonna destroy all vehicles. So clean slate, all vehicles destroyed. And we'll start doing vehicles with the new settings. So show the vehicle info. Let's see what's out there. There's currently nothing out there, which kind of makes sense. One thing I've noticed is that vehicles don't just spawn. Apparently, they kind of spawn where you go. So I don't like it. I liked it better the way it was, because now I'm gonna, let's say for instance, we'll teleport to the V1 town, and we're gonna find that a vehicle will spawn pretty close to there, if not right there. So, oh, it's nighttime. Let's fix that. And let's clear the skies up. So, okay, so here we are in V1 town, and you see a wolf wagon appeared right here, right? Ridiculous, in my opinion. Also, probably equally true. This one's probably functional because it seems to just spawn the functional ones right off the bat. Yep, so here we are. So we're expecting this to be the only functional vehicle. All right, so now if we look on the map, 1 vehicle spawned. So basically we got to rinse and repeat 5 times. So let's jump to the B2 town, and again it'll spawn a vehicle likely right in town, which just it just makes it too easy to find them. Before, where it kind of randomly spawned them around, it was much better. Yep, see, there it is, right off the bat. Go to that one. Whoops. Got some of our locals out here. So this one's probably not functional. Should be not functional. Which it is not. So, again, 2 vehicles. So, let's pop one, just for the heck of it. Let's pop one up here. Let's go up into the city. Whoops. Let's go to the heart of the city. I'll bet you, rather than spawn it somewhere in the city, I bet it will actually spawn it pretty darn close to where we pop in. Yep, and there it is. It's actually a little bit away, this one, but not terribly far. Here it is. And non-functional, so I mean, that's okay. But for now, we've been to 3 locations, and we have, oh, actually we have 4. It spawned a second one in the city here, so even worse, right? It's making it so cars just appear for you. Just, in my opinion, ridiculous. But anyway, we'll go to that car. So this is a total of 4. This one should also be non-functional. Oops. Yep, which it is. And so we've got one more car that's going to naturally spawn. Again, this is more than we were led to believe should naturally spawn, but that's where we're at. So I'm going to port to the B4 town, coastal town in B4. Again, I suspect we're going to see it's spawned a boat instead of a car. So let's pick a different town and see if we can get that final car to spawn in. Let's go with, yeah, C1, what the heck. And there it is. There's a fifth car, right near us. So let's jump over to that. Again, non-functional. So we'll do a couple more towns just to make sure that it doesn't spawn any more than this 5. That would be a whole nother level of issues. So let's go to the Z2 town. Again, spawned a boat. Nothing spawned, and we'll just do one more. Let's go with the A4. Yeah, let's go with A4. So again, no car. So we told it max vehicles of 5, and we got max vehicles of 5. Not exactly what we were led to believe, but I can probably live with it. So now, whoops, we're going to go down to the Z3 trader.
How's it hanging?
So he has 2 cars available for me. Which is partially because I spun in 2 cars and sold them to him last night, because otherwise I haven't had any luck getting vehicle inventory to work on my server. So that's another issue. But so he has 2 cars available for purchase. We're currently at 5 cars spawned, 1 of them functional. We had max functional set to 3, so we should be able to buy 2. But we are
What do you want?
at that max, right? We're already at the 5 max. So let's see what happens here. Let's buy a car. Okay.
See ya.
Oh, shoot. Did I buy both of them? Oh, crap.
No loitering. Either buy or get. Prices are not negotiable.
I'm guessing I bought both of them. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. But anyways, as you can see, we now have 2 more Volkswagens down here. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them when the max was supposed to be 3. So that means or the max was supposed to be 5, excuse me. So that means that it let us buy the minimum purchased amount, regardless of the fact that that's over the max. So let's see, just for ha-has here, let's sell these.
If you want me to buy that, you
Oops,
better give me good price.
sell them both. Yeah, I know you can't, but just give me what you got, man. So, all right, now we're back to the 3, 4, 5. One of them should be functional. Oops. No, stop that. What am I doing? Let's list vehicles. Wow, losing my mind here. And we got the stupid Barbas in there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wolf wagons. So now
Prices are not negotiable.
let's see. Can we buy? We can't buy. So his inventory doesn't really update unless you leave the trade area.
Stay safe.
Actually, the outposts. Oh crap! Disconnected. Anyway, so as I was saying, you got to leave the outpost and come back for his inventory to update. But our
Welcome,
disconnect
stranger.
probably took care of that. So let's see. So here he is with 2 vehicles for sale again. This time, let's just buy one.
Yeah, yes.
So now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're at 6, which is over the max. This character has no driving skill. Not that it matters with these cars these days, but let's get this thing out of here. Just toss it here. So we're 1 over the max. It's pretty apparent from my mistake earlier that this is going to allow me to buy the other car. I suppose for the sake of completeness, I should have given him an inventory of 3 just to make sure that we couldn't even buy more.
Hi.
But
Goodbye.
yep. So now we have 6 again, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7, that's right. So 2 over the max. Whoops. Alright, so I didn't preload him with a 3rd car in inventory. But I can fix that. Won't be quite as definitive as if I had pre-done it before I wiped the vehicles, but we'll just do it and see what happens. So we'll spawn in Volkswagen. We'll sell it to him.
No loitering. Either buy or get lost. If you want me to buy that, you better give me good price.
So
Prices are not
now I can show
negotiable.
you that his inventory didn't update, right? There's none there to purchase. But if I leave the outpost and come back in, then it'll update, which is fine. That's just a nitpick. But it is what it is. So out of the outpost back in, he should have one for sale, which he should not let me buy. So whether that will show up as just not, no inventory, or whether it'll just say I can't buy it,
Hi.
we'll find out. So, okay, it appears to say I can't buy it. So, okay, I'm good with that. So, what I think we are seeing here is, find my browser again. So, Wolfwagon Max, I think what this is actually doing is giving us the max number of Volkswagens that it will naturally spawn in the world. Period. That's what it's going to do. It's going to spawn 5 of them in the world. And that's it. That's all that setting uses. Nothing having to do with being clipped between other values or anything else like they said, but Volkswagen Max appears to be letting it spawn that number of vehicles. So 5 in this case. Max functional is indeed saying how many can be functional, and min purchased is indeed saying that out of those functional, you have to purchase X number of them. So in this case, we can have 3 of them total on the server functional, and out of those 3, 2 of them have to be purchased. So that is as advertised. So for the naturally spawning vehicles, it will take the max functional, subtract out the min purchased, and it will make that number of the max vehicles to be spawned, naturally spawned, it'll make that number functional. So in this case, it made 1 of them functional, right? 3 max functional minus 2 of them that have to be purchased leaves 1 max functional, and out of the 5 it naturally spawned, 1 was functional. So that appears to be working in that regards. Where what we were told breaks down is that min purchased gives you the number of vehicles that can be purchased as functional. So this isn't the end all be all max. The max number of vehicles that will be in your world is actually this number, 5, plus the minimum purchased. So in this case, we had 5 spawned. One of them was allowed to be functional at natural spawn time, and there's 2 available for purchase. So if the players come on, one of them finds the functional vehicle, great. Another 2 buy one of the vehicles each, then we're going to have 3 functional vehicles on the server, which matches the max functional, but it's going to actually be a total of 7 vehicles instead of the 5 that we thought we were setting for the max. So I think that's the crux of the issue here. Interpret what that means for your particular server situation. So for my case, if I want 10 vehicles total on the server and I want them to be a mixture of purchasable or repairable, then I have to set it up 10 max, which I can't do, right? You would think 10 max, 10 vehicles and 10 and 10. You would think this would allow me to have 10 vehicles on the server, all of which have to be purchased or repaired, right, by an engine. But what this would actually do would allow 10 vehicles to spawn, none of them functional, but we could then buy 10 more vehicles, which would make a total of 20 out there. Still, probably only 10 of them could be functional, which is fine, but it still litters the server up with 10 extra vehicles, which is not what I want. So you have to remember that the total vehicles that are going to be on your server are max plus min purchased. So that's the bottom line here. So yeah, it looks like that's where we're at. Whether they'll fix this, I don't know. So anyways, going to end this here, and hopefully this little long-winded, hastily thrown together video will help somebody if they're wondering what's going on with the vehicle settings. But until next time, everybody take care, stay safe out there.